I searched every bag around Outpost, trying to find buried stashes and the hidden loot inside. While starting out on a brand new wipe, I'd made my way to Outpost, and while attempting to get a bag down nearby, I uncovered a hidden stash. Right, let's get a bag down. Oh my god. Filled with materials, it was a head start to my wipe that would allow me to get kitted up within minutes of getting on the server. That's such a big head start. Anything else? I'm so scared of someone coming. But I need to dip, I've got too much stuff to lose now. That's like a big outpost farming run he's done. Oh, I don't know what to do now, I need to get a base down. I bet you there's more. Actually got a full kit now. We should probably make our own bag and stash. Okay, yeah, let's go put another bag down where we just found all that stuff and we'll stash our own stuff. I just want to check all that area now. We could just make it a mission to go out and look for all the hidden loot. Let's get our stash down. Let's hide all of this. However, when someone interrupted me burying my own little secrets, I made a terrible mistake. Screw it, we'll hide that. Okay, wipe is off to a good start, we got lucky. He knows where my stash is. Fuck, did he see where we stashed all our stuff there? That's so bad, like I missed him so much. I panicked about him seeing where I stashed my stuff. Okay, we need to go back and just grab it. I still had my extra materials, so it was fine. But with the paranoia of my stash being found, I made yet another mistake while fleeing with my goods. Died to a combat knife, damn. I didn't see him put... Oh, I'm still combat. Okay, everything's escalated very quickly. I was back to square one, and any good fortune I'd had in those first few moments on the server was gone. As is the way in Rust. Could just look for bags while we wait. In a weird place between wanting to just start my wipe over or continue my weird stash hunt. Deciding that I'd at least give it a go for a while, I waited for the outpost hostility timer by beginning to search the bags around the area that I'd found the first one. I also took some time to test out the method I'd seen previously for finding stashes. Let's get a hammer. Okay, so I'm on a mission now that I'm a bit gutted about losing the momentum I got off the initial find. I think there's going to be some stashes around here that I just want to go look. I've never really done it. Just need to test it. I think if this is buried, I hit it. Yeah, I get a hit noise, which shows me it's a stash. That's the noise it makes. What about the seed? Okay, so the seed doesn't do it. Has a little pause, but it doesn't turn red. Okay, so the hammer's the tool. The seed method wasn't going to cut it, but the hammer seemed to be working well, only making a noise when a hidden stash was in the ground below. With the method down, I began what I wouldn't realise at the time would be a very, very long session of hammer swinging. It started off with just the bags, doing a nice little circle around each of them. But this quickly evolved into swinging my hammer at every tree, bush or rock in sight, along with the bottom of every cliff face. This has got to have one, right? No stone was going to go unturned, and with previously uncovered stashes littering the bags around me, my confidence that there must be more to uncover grew. Oh, this one's got loads of stashes. Any fireplace or oddly positioned bag caught my eye, and honestly at this point it was pretty exciting knowing that any swing could uncover hidden treasure. But as my eagerness led me further away from Outpost, the less likely finding anything seemed. Okay, these ones are looking clear. I think I've done all of these. In my mind, if I was going to find anything in stashes next to a bag, my best bet would be those closest to Outpost. Every rock, every bush, and around. I think that's what I'm going to do for a bit. Go on, this bush. Some of them I'm just expecting them to now. Has this been used to mark it? I kind of want to stay just next to Outpost. I don't know if people will be stashing stuff like over here. I feel vulnerable. It's the ones up against the rocks like this. This is where I would stash it, like near a rock, up against the wall. See, this one's got to have it. See, that rock just looks like too good to be true. I carried on searching bag after bag after bag, and each bag seeming to take longer than the last. The novelty was beginning to wear off at this point. Okay, yeah, I think I'm a bit too far away from outposts. I just don't think I'd be stashing stuff if I was out here. With not even a hint of loot to be found, hunger setting in, and the in-game day coming to an end, I took a little break at outpost to wait the night out and think about what I'm currently doing with my time. Okay, we took a little break during night time. We're going to go look for more stashes, to be honest. The fact that I'm seeing undug stashes and the one that I did happen to find by accident was actually full of good resources. I could skip the whole farming process by doing this anyway. Absolute gamble if I don't find anything, but in my mind, it's the same as just running around farming the resources here. Let's keep going around this way. Any bags that are like next to rocks, I think are the best bet. Like them ones in the open over there, I don't think they're going to have them in there. But by the time morning came, I had a new wave of energy and determination. Having searched God knows how many bags, I was already far too committed to this now, and I needed to at least finish the entire loot before I stopped. So I'd say that's checked. Let's check actually, and any line like this, anything against the actual... I also wanted to be more meticulous. The nagging feeling that there was hidden loot being missed was starting to get to me. Okay, next. The searching resumed where I left off. I swung at every bag and the rocks around them. I tucked myself into every little corner of the cliffs and ran to check any bag that caught my eye in the distance. No, there's not a bag here, but... They're coming to steal my bags. Yeah, we're going to keep doing a full lap as we are. This has got to have one. Yeah, outpost is just over the hill. Oh, here. This is going to have one. Oh, so sure. Look at that. That looks like it's got a stash. Pretty much now losing my mind, I began checking even harder. Horses weren't safe, random boxes got peeked into, and the one by one with a bag outside got a proper seeing to as well. Anything in the horse stash? What's in the box? One by one with a bag outside. I was about halfway around outpost at this point, and on the side that had a lot more bases on it. Oh my god, there's so many bags down there. Let's check all these. Surely one of these. It felt promising, and spotting 10 sleeping bags all packed together tightly made me sure that there was going to be something here. Okay, this is going to make me give up hope a bit. If none of these ones had them. This guy. I was convinced this one would. Look at the way it's positioned. So that whole group didn't have a single one. I won't lie, as I speed through the footage now, I spent an embarrassingly long amount of time checking these bags. Long enough to be hit once more with starvation. Okay. Somehow that did not turn out what I thought it would. Any more big groups? More down there. We are slowly starving to death. So any mushrooms would be good too. Right, we're going to kill ourselves, put our stuff in this box and respawn because I don't want to be starving. Having respawned to get my screen back to normal, I could see flame rays taking place in the distance and yet another cluster of bags all spammed together in one area. Fully committed, going crazy and swinging my hammer wildly, I got to work searching these two. Ooh. Check every rock. Ooh, maybe the tree. Okay, there's a lot of bags here. Come on. I'm going to check every rock. Okay, it's more boring than I thought it was going to be, I won't lie. Did you hear someone? I could hear some movement nearby, bow fighting taking place in the compound right next to me, and even some building. There's definitely someone here. Are they fighting inside the compound? I can't work it out. A building in there. Okay, screw it, we've got nothing to lose. We'll keep checking our bags. I think as long as this guy's not on his roof, I just want to check the last few bags and check the rocks all around, and then we'll be done. Okay, this guy's building. While a little spooked, I carried on searching the many bags and the rocks around them, and just as I was ready to give up and leave, I had one last rock face to check. What the fuck? And that's when I struck the motherload. Is that an actual stash? Can't tell if that's a stash. The whole area sounded like it was filled with stashes. My hammer was hitting what felt like 10 stashes buried below me. It is actually a stash. Realising that I'd uncovered actual loot, my adrenaline was going and I was panicking. Is that the only one? I really didn't have a plan for finding anything. The guy was still making noise in the base only feet away from me, and despite being convinced that there was more to be found, I got scared and decided to dip to outpost. We need to dip, we need to dip. It actually made the noise. What the fuck? That's a full kit. Oh, my heart's racing. When it made that hit noise. But was it one higher up? Because that initial hit wasn't where I dug that from. Oh, I don't know what to do. I'm sort of panicking. That guy being in that base freaked me out. I just wanted to check that last little fucking ridge line. Okay, we'll go and stash this at our stash and go back there. I just didn't want to be next to that guy and him hear me hitting. I'm pretty sure that me just swinging it isn't that audible to him. That's why he wasn't coming. But the actual hit noises I was making might have got his attention. And definitely the stash. How lucky is that? I'm so sweaty right now. I was on about not having to farm up and being able to save having to do this, but I got a full kit instead. Is this a new meta then? Every wipe I just start by spending an hour hitting bags. Once at outpost and after a moment to calm down, I decided I'd stash what I'd found and head straight back over to uncover all of the rest of the stashes. Yeah, it definitely made that noise on a higher up one. There's definitely got to be like 3 or 4 there. They was making so many hit noises all over that area. I was just beginning to give up as well. Like, I don't know how many bags I've searched. I'm so glad this works, so I doubt I would have found it otherwise. Ooh. Oh my god. Oh, all the luck right now, all the luck. Back on the stash area, I was in for another shock. It is. Oh, the second stash had even more hidden goodies. That's crazy. Panic was back in full swing, but without the neighbour making noise, I cracked on looking for the rest. Okay. There was more. There was more. What's the next one gonna have? Rockets? Wait, there was more, right? I swear it was like the whole area was being hit. I spent far too long risking loot and hitting bags in the area, and despite being 100% certain there was at least a couple more stashes hidden in this spot, I just couldn't uncover them, no matter how much I stared at the ground. Once more, I ended my search and dipped back to the safety of outposts. Okay, we need to dip, we need to dip. Having found someone's hidden loot, I was so happy, convincing myself this was going to be some sort of new wipe meta for me to try. And while I did feel like I got unlucky, at this point I was a good few hours deep into the session, and well and truly needing a break from swinging my hammer at the ground. I don't know what to do, honestly. I might go stash and keep looking. Or do we go and roam? We don't have enough scrap to learn the Tommy bullets either. So that's a Tommy, a SAR, what was in there? A flamethrower and a DB, and a DB. Back in my sleeping bag and stash, I stowed away what I didn't need and equipped myself with a SAR kit, with the plan to just roam. I can't believe we got so lucky. Okay, I waited the night out. I think I'm going to let that area cool down first, just because there is people building. I also know that I'm bound to die while holding this kit and looking for bags, so I'm just going to roam and try and YOLO this kit and see what I can turn it into and see if I can snowball. Worst case scenario, we come back and we grab the Tommy. So we'll roam a bit, maybe go bandit camp, and then come back and check the rest of this area. I'd also apparently become a bit of an addict, as every bag I went past made me want to get my hammer out and start swinging. Oh, it's so distracting. Okay, so look, they're in the rocks. And in that bush. I travelled around the middle of the map, venturing to different monuments and passing through bandit camp, with train yard being my final destination. That guy did look at me. Yeah, I don't think he followed. I don't want to fight that close to outpost, to be honest. Doesn't look like anyone's in airfield. Okay, we're at bandit. We'll put a bag down over here. Can't help myself. Okay. Just a little check. Just a little check. I'll stop myself. I can't stop myself. Any more down here? That's a stash. Oh, that's annoying. Is there more? Okay. These two, come on. Surely. We'll go by train yard and see if we can hear anyone shooting. Medstick's kind of huge. It made me jump more than anything else. I didn't actually think I was about to see the guy then. The monument itself was quiet and the roam was disappointing. So stealing a horse, I made my way back to Outpost, only to see this guy take an interest in me. I led him to the supermarket and made my way to the front, waiting for him to come sneaking up. Knew he was coming. Knew it. You thought he was being slick, all crouching up. Let's go. I took his stuff and stashed it with my ever-growing hoard, quickly going back to pick up the DB I forgot. I didn't pick up his DB. With my stash filling up and the roams on my horse giving few options, I took a break during the in-game night. When morning came, I headed out with plans to follow the Chinook overhead and see which monument it dropped at. Okay, let's go back out. So many sleeping bags over here. Okay, there's a Chinook at airfield, we'll head to that. Just YOLO this kit. I still kind of want to get on and search bags. Every time I see a bag, I want to get the hammer out. The journey led me through airfield and mining outpost, coming across some ongoing local drama, and eventually I heard my main objective. Bradley was being taken and I wanted to go and counter. I might just counter Bradley. Why not? Let's go see what we can do. I made my way up close and could see the destroyed Bradley, but unfortunately I could also see a duo guarding it. At least two. Animals were trolling me and making it hard to get into the monument, and I ultimately lost my opportunity to catch one of them looting the building closest to me. Okay, I'm sweaty now, because I'm in. Not wanting to let my chance slip away, I began pushing up closer when the loot was taken. Initially I wasn't able to see anyone, and then I could only see a solo who was coming into the monument. With way too much faith in my non-existent camouflage, and without knowing that he had an L96, it was over. What? Yeah, okay. L96. Damn. I mean, I didn't even get a chance. I did not even get a chance. While at the time I was shocked and angry, it really wasn't the end of the world for a kit I literally found in the ground. That is not what I had planned for my kit, I'm not going to lie. Let's just have a look at what we got stashed. With the abrupt end to my SAR roams, it was time to get back to the mission at hand, searching for more stashes. I grabbed a kit from my bag and got to work searching about 20 bags in the end. After a very painful loss, I think the plan is going to be to carry on our mission of just searching all the bags. It's about to be night time, so we'll wait till the morning first. Okay, I do think these were the only ones. Weird though. Let's start back up here. With so many bags packed into this bit by outpost, I was just spinning in circles and hitting the ground with my hammer. I was also taking more time to just stare at the ground, as the nagging voice in my head was telling me that I was leaving all the best stuff behind. Okay, carry on. Ooh, these might have some. Okay, not doing too good. Whatever stupid ideas I convinced myself of earlier was clearly showing itself not to be true. This wasn't a new meta, and I wouldn't recommend anyone sit there for as long as I have, swinging a hammer at the ground. It's really not a fun use of your time in Rust. To make it worse, when I was coming across any of the hidden stashes, they were empty. Oh, Betchfair. Ah, that's annoying. Each of these was a sudden rush of excitement, followed by a big letdown. That's inside a rock though. That does prove the point. I think the best place to search is always inside rocks. You just tend to stash them in there. Oh, this is a good lot. Just, yeah. Come on. Give me some more. Even a bow would make me happy right now. So give me a non-empty stash. We'll check the ridge. Bear in mind that's been where we found our best stash. I can't not. What am I doing? What am I doing? I feel like I'm going crazy. This little corner, surely. Okay, how far have I gotten? I started here. I found, which is where I found my first stash when I just started the server. And I worked around here and found my double stash here. Found a couple empty ones along here, and now I've made it way to here. So I've got this left. The biggest problem I'm having is like, when do you give up whacking around it? Do you just keep going? Do you know what I mean? When do I stop? I was fully done at this stage. I'd spent far too long doing this, and the return was debatably worth the time spent. So with that, I went and uncovered the last of my loot and gathered up my possessions. Honestly, the hammer is so effective. If you're not using a hammer, I don't know how you'd ever pick up stashes. Okay, we've done it. We've done a complete loop of outposts. For having found what I did, I would say it's been worth it on this occasion, but I can't see it's ever been worth it again though. We did get all this, I mean, come on, we did do good. Okay, question is, what do I do now? I'd say we just roam with a Tommy and just YOLO it again like we did last time. We'll go sort ourselves out at outposts, then go from there. Realising that I had a flamethrower and the fuel, and having seen multiple bases with wooden doors, I thought I'd carry on my run and try to get myself a home on this server. We could go flame raid someone. Should we go look for a wooden base to flame raid? Unraided. Wood door inside. That's annoying. Ooh. Let's give this one a go. Come on, big loot. Okay, looking good so far. It didn't take long to find a nice one-door raid, and while I expected to just find an empty base and take it over, I was happily surprised when the TC was stacked. Oh my god. This is our base now. This is our base now. He had so much farm in such a small base. Why would you not upgrade it more? Modest. That's why. His name's Modest. That's so funny. Okay, I'll look at that once I got this door on. Oh. Base is ours. Another Hazzy's nice. More resources. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Modest was an unfortunate victim, but with his sacrifice I had a base, metal doors down, and a furnace cooking away. Screw it, that'll have to do. That's one way to get a home. Dig up stashes until you get a flamethrower, then flame raid a base.
Nighttime came and went, and by morning I was chasing Chinooks around the map again. Arriving at train yard, I was sure that there were other players in the monument with me.
20 bullets in a dream.
This was confirmed with a single shot nearby.
Okay, someone else is here. Hopefully I'll hear them activate the crate and I can pop up. I do feel horribly out in the open. We're just waiting to see who makes the first move. Is that what this is? I think it's a bit of a waiting game now. We just wait to see who pops out first, me or him. Except he doesn't know I'm here. I think he's just doing the long wait. But... okay, this is actually annoying me. I'm going to go round. There's got to be someone round there. I just don't get where the gunshot came from.
I waited and waited and waited, but even when I looped around the monument, I couldn't see anyone in the area, and then I heard it.
Now they're fighting. I'd be so annoyed if I left at the worst time. Okay, friends? Got friends?
No teammates, and after collecting all the minimal loot this guy had, I headed back to my newly acquired home.
Home sweet home.
Thanks so much for watching.